I feel hurt and wounded. There's a part of me that's never been met, never been seen, never been valued, never been loved. It needs time. So let's not rush into this. So that's why I say these are trick questions. Do not answer yes to "Are you ready?" unless you really understand the whole scope of what you're signing up for. So that takes us to question number 2. Do you believe we can live in harmony? Now, 2 years ago, I was a little restless in my soul, and I'll talk about this more on our 3rd session, but I went on a walkabout. And I bought a little RV and took off for a while. And I went up to total strangers in RV parks, and I asked them, do you believe we can live in harmony? And some of them had Trump signs, and some of them had, you know, no Trump signs. It was a mixed bag everywhere I went. And you know what was interesting is no matter who I talked to, they all came back with the following. I'd like to. I'd like to believe that we could live in harmony. And I sat with that. And after a couple of RV parks, I thought, I got to ask a different question. Because people want to live in harmony, but something's getting in the way. Something. So I asked instead, and this is why words matter, hear the difference between just the subtle shift in do you believe we can live in harmony to what would we have to believe about each other to live in harmony? Right? So, do you believe we can live in harmony? I'd like to, but ... to what would we have to believe about each other to live in harmony? And now that's an interesting question. And that's, you know, when I do this in a large group, we spend some time really unpacking that. And what comes from that is a beautiful list of, well, we'd have to believe that we love each other, that we want to live, that there's a desire, that there's a yearning that's strong enough, that has enough animus behind it to help us want to go through the hard conversations. But everybody said I'd like to, so I began to trust that. So question number 2 is kind of a 2-parter. Do you believe we can live in harmony? Yes, but ... Hold the ... That's question number 3. Just stay with me at question number 2 with what would we have to believe about each other? And so that's a rich exercise, and we'll do that.